everyone. Jeremy Allen here. Thank you so much for joining us here at Fit for Life. Fit for Life is a show designed to give professional fitness advice that anyone can use. We want to make you fit for everyday life, but also keep you fit for a lifetime. All right, and now some general fitness tips. You want to make sure that you consult with your physician before you do any of this. Very important. So we're going to start with exercise. We want to make sure that you exercise or be intentionally active for at least 30 minutes every day. Next, we want to make sure you are drinking at least 2 liters of water each day. Very important to keep your body hydrated and lubricated. Next, we want to make sure you're getting at least 8 hours of sleep every night. 8 full hours of sleep is very important. This helps you recover from the day before and then have energy and be energized for the next day. Extremely important. Now we want to move to eating healthy. We want to make sure that you're eating healthy and balanced meals, all right? No fad diets. You want to eat regularly. You don't want to skip meals. So make sure that you're eating healthy and balanced every day. And last but not least, eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because it jumpstarts your metabolism and it gives you the energy to get to that next meal, okay? It's very important. All right, now for today's exercise. I'm very excited to show you this exercise because a lot of my clients hate it, but they hate it because it's so effective. So this is something that you can do at home or at the gym. So we're gonna show you this exercise and let me know what you think. Here we go. All right, so the exercise for today is a plank. The plank is a very effective core exercise. It's a core stability exercise. So it really focuses on the midsection and also the back area as well. When you do this, you want to make sure that you suck your belly button in and emphasize squeezing your abdominal muscles. That way you don't hurt your low back. So let's check it out. Here's a plank. You want to go down and you want to be on your forearms and toes. You want to just hold this position, I'd say for 20 to 45 seconds. If you want to go longer, you can. But the idea is that you squeeze your belly button in. Don't let the hips sag. Hips slightly above the shoulders, but suck the navel in. You keep your back flat like a plank. Your chest is over your elbows, you're on your toes, and you're just squeezing your core. And that's going to help with your core strength, your abdominal strength, low back strength. Remember, don't let the butt go down, the hips go down, but keep the hips slightly above the shoulders, squeezing the abs. If you want to take some emphasis off your core and make it a little bit easier, you can lift the hips up a little bit or just go to your knees and do the same thing and do a plank. But the idea is that you're squeezing your midsection, all right? Core tight, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. A lot of people do this move in yoga. It's a great move for that. But I like to incorporate it in my workouts in between lifting motions and lunges and push-ups and things like that. It's a great exercise to help build the core strength. So there you go. Hope you enjoy that exercise. If you have any questions, you can always email me at jeremyallenfitness@gmail.com. Take care. Talk to you soon. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that exercise. I personally love planks because they work so well and they give me that burn and they really help with so many different things like core strength and lower back pain and things like that. So try those at home, and if you have questions, you can always contact me. Now we're gonna move into our next segment. I'm really excited about this guest because she's very, very credible. She's extremely smart. She knows her stuff, and she works with very high level athletes and people of all walks of life, actually. So here she goes. This is Alison Escalante. Alison, what's going on?
How's it going?
Good, good. Thanks so much for joining us here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I wanted to start off just having you tell your story and what made you get into this profession and what drew you to being a dietitian.
Sure. So I started out obviously in the fitness world. So I started out as a personal trainer at about 18. Okay. What prompted that was I had my son. I had a little boy. So I was in the midst of, I wanted to go to school. I wanted to create something. I love the fitness world, but I also had to provide for him. And I got certified in sports nutrition, and I work. So as of now, I work with programs all across South Florida. So I work with, MLB, I work with the NHL, I work with the UFC. So for a lot of people, for me, I use my dietetics background to help people reach results in a healthy way.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing that I would say that really gave me foundation to understand science of the body, science of nutrition, how food interacts. And I take that foundation and then I'm able to use my sports background and I put them together. So everything I like to do, I say, is a lifestyle.
Right.
And I really like to combine both worlds to get people to, I want their blood work to look good as they do on the outside.
Right. Yeah.
So, yes, that's pretty much how I got there. And that's what I'm doing right now.
Also, what is your philosophy on training?
I'm pretty old school when it comes to that. I believe you need to lift.
Yep.
I'm all lifting those weights. I'm a big believer in weightlifting combined with, proper cardio. I wouldn't say it's one over the other. I'm very much into let's build the strong bones. Let's get your body changed. You need to get in there. You need to start lifting. When you lift and you put on muscle mass, you burn more calories all day long.
Right.
Right. If you wanted to ask my philosophy, the science behind nutrition, I'm all into food as fuel, how to fuel your body. Yep. If you are training a certain way, we're going to eat that way.
Yep.
It's about a lifestyle. Philosophy, I hate diets.
Yeah.
Don't diet. We don't like to fad diet. I don't like the quick fixes. I like to reach long-term results with proper food.
Yeah.
You'll never hear me say, cut all the carbs.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, she's preaching the same stuff, I believe. I love that. And also the misconception that people have on the fitness side, especially women, is if you lift weights, you're going to be bulky. You're going to get bulky.
Mm-hmm. I tell all my girls, that's why I'm laughing. Lifting heavy weights doesn't make you bulky. Overeating does. Okay, so it's not the weights, it's the cookies, it's the candy, and it's the donuts. And, I always say I'm very honest. And those girls that, they say, I don't want to look like a man. Well, I'll tell you what, they're injecting things that shouldn't be in their body. Let's just call it what it is.
Wow, that's pretty much what I was going to hit. I was going to ask you the biggest misconceptions as far as losing weight and keeping it off that you hear every day. I mean, I know as far as lifting and nutrition, we kind of hit on that a little bit. Are there any more misconceptions that you have all the time as far as diets go and all that people have about losing weight, actually keeping it off?
Absolutely. Biggest misconception I see with everybody is under eating. Most people think that is they cut, their food down, especially, and this applies to fitness nutrition, as they cut their food that they're going to reach their goal. And I will tell you, I have yet a person that I had to cut their calories, but rather increase them. Right. Why is that? And of course, of the right foods. But when you look at your body properly, the food is fuel. Your body needs protein to build. It needs to be restored. When you do things right, without taking alternative methods, you need to eat. So I would just say the biggest myth that I see is, cutting too many calories, not eating enough. And also low carb dieting is something huge. I think that that's a really big myth out there. Yeah. I can tell you that even when I was competing and I was my leanest, I was eating twice as many carbohydrates as I am right now. Yeah. And carbohydrates, the good kind of carbohydrates aren't going to put weight on you. Right. What you need is science behind it with proper amounts of proper carbohydrates, balance with protein and with fat. And everybody has different genetics. They react to things differently. And that's why I always appreciate the science behind nutrition, because it definitely is going to take some tweaking to find that for you. Right. But at the end of the day, I say, what does everybody have in common? Biggest things that people go wrong: not eating enough and cutting out one or more nutrient.
Wow. I don't really have much to say after that. She's really hit the nail on the head. Thanks so much, Alison. Where can we find you? Where can people reach you? What is the best way to contact you? How can they find you?
Absolutely. I'm on social media. I'm under Ally Fit, ALLYFIT. Very simple. I started that with my fitness business, and even though now I'm more on the end of nutrition, you can still find me there. You can go to allyfit.com. You can find me on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. You see, she's an expert. I don't know many people that are better. So check her out.
Thanks. It's a pleasure.
No problem. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon, hopefully.
Great.
All right.
You as well.
All right, so that was Alison. I hope you enjoyed that. I learned a lot myself, and she actually pounded in some concepts that I already believe. So I'm really blessed to have her with us on the show, and you can always contact her if you have any questions. So next, we have a little Q&A going here. I have some great questions this time around. We're going to start off with this one. I can't stay motivated to stay on a workout program. What do you suggest? Interesting question, because first it starts off with motivation. Do you have a goal? Set a goal. You need to write down a goal. Figure out what you want out of exercise and out of fitness. That's very important. Motivation is something that's internal more than external, but you need to pick a goal. That'll get you going. That'll get you started. Also, if you have a workout partner, a friend, a family member that can hold you accountable, that can meet you at the gym, that can go walking with you around the block or whatever, that is a great way to get you going as well. And if you need a personal trainer and you can afford a personal trainer, that's the best way to go. Get somebody that you're going to pay your money to whip you into shape and to make sure you are at the gym or at your workout when you're supposed to be each week. So I will say, if you have problems with motivation, you need to get someone else to hold you accountable. Either you're paying them or there's someone that you know, or your family member or something like that. So that's the best way to stay motivated. People really need that. All right, next question. Which is better between having a personal trainer and taking classes? That's a good question too. Obviously, having a personal trainer, I'm a personal trainer myself, is the best because you have your time, your set time for your schedule, and then you have your customized workout program just for you. Also, you have one person there keeping you accountable. If you don't show up, you're messing up their schedule, and that's the number one best way to go. Now, if you can't afford a personal trainer, the next best thing is a class. You have to, get a good instructor. There's different types of classes, but you have to know that it's not going to be customized for you necessarily. It's going to be more of a program that everyone, is the same program for everyone. So, and also the times might not work out, but that's the next best option. And then the third is just doing it on your own, but a lot of people don't like to do that because it's not as fun and motivating. So, which do I think is better? Obviously a trainer if you can afford it, but if not, classes are good too. All right, and last question. Whenever I start a new workout program, my body and muscles start to cramp. What does that mean? Usually if you start to cramp a lot, that is generally a hydration problem. So you probably are not drinking enough water and also not enough electrolytes. You need to have some sort of a sports drink or electrolyte drink with you when you work out, something that replenishes your body and keeps your body function going because you're sweating a lot and that sort of thing, releasing lots of fluid. So you want to make sure you stay hydrated throughout your workout and also throughout the day. You probably are not drinking enough water throughout the day. So also look at what you're doing around your workouts. If you're drinking a lot, that can dehydrate you. If you're eating certain foods that suck up all the fluid in your body, that could be a problem. So make sure you're eating lots of fibrous fruits and veggies. That helps you with hydration, as well as drinking lots of water. And just water isn't good while you're working out. You want to also have some type of electrolytes. Gatorade's kind of an old school deal, but it's something of that nature, a sports drink. So our show today really put a stamp on the importance of exercise and proper nutrition. If you want real results, you must focus on both because they actually complement each other. Even just a few minimal adjustments in your diet can make a world of difference in the way you look and feel. So remember, you are what you eat. Thank you so much for joining us here at Fit for Life, and we look forward to seeing you next time. God bless.